Billy, when it comes to Shred, right? You've worked with Steve Vai, you've worked with Paul Gilbert, Richie Kotzen, Ron Bumblefoot Thal, pretty much probably everybody, and the same goes for you. I mean, you have all these players. You work with Jakey Lee, George Lynch. I mean, it goes on. John Five, okay? Before we kind of knew him as John Five, right? John Five came with Marilyn.
He was John Four then, actually.
Right.
3.5.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Right.
Yeah, he was John Lowery in the David Lee Roth Band. So when I got the Dave gig in '97, it was John. So, and we were total Van Halen fanatics. So like we're in the studio with Dave, we're like playing Unchained, and Dave's like, "Hey, stick to the new songs. What are you doing?"
Praise David Lee Roth. So Dave smoked a lot? Is that what that
I don't know. He just... But so that that was short-lived because he joined Manson.
And now, so you guys have both played with David Lee Roth Band albums. Now, Darren, you also have a story because you went to Dave's house to audition to be in his band, right?
Well, yeah. So that's when John joined Marilyn Manson, and they were looking for a guitar player, and I think Ray threw my name in the hat.
Yeah.
And so I would write some things I thought Dave would like, and his courier named Steve Martin would come pick up the cassette tape.
Not the jerk.
And
different Steve Martin. Yeah.
Dave would call, and I drove over to his house in Pasadena, and we would hang out, just he and I. It was cool. So I did that twice, and then the second time leaving, he's sort of like, he sees me, I got the car seat, my son Dorian was just like a year old. I just started Brand New Energy, my distribution company. This was like, what, 98?
Probably.
Somewhere around 98.
99.
And he just sort of said, how's your family? And I was like, oh, great, great. And then I drove away, and I kind of thought to myself, that was him saying, hey, go ahead and, he did me a favor, basically. It would have been, it was better that I didn't get that gig at that time.
Really?
Yeah.
But you guys, I think you were telling me you guys were like doing a lot of improv stuff too, where he was doing his, what's that style he does where he just like starts improvising this doo-wop kind of thing over.
Well, really, the
he was
best
doing
part
that with you,
about
right?
me hanging with him.
Yeah.
The best part about me hanging with him is like my first solo record. Like we had it on, and he was like singing along to like Cakewalk and melodies.
Right.
And I was just like, "Oh, this is fucking cool. This is really cool." And then he turned me on to like Cactology, and Steve Miller, to Steve Miller Band, Cactology. Those were like the things that he really liked. It was kind of like the secret sauce of the stuff that he liked, and so that was like, I didn't know that,
He had great musical taste.
Matthew Wilder was one of the records he really liked.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna break up my stride.
Yeah.
That thing there. It was some cool stuff on the record, actually, but not. When I tell that to people that are like metal people, they're
Right.
There's what? How dare he?
You were telling me about the after parties. You used to have that on the stereos.
Yes,
right?
yes, exactly.
Then they had to put AC/DC on to get the party started because everyone was really getting into that.
He'd have Matthew Wilder on, everybody would be standing around, and he'd look at me and go, all right, put it on. Back in black. and the whole place would start to go.
That is
hilarious.
How do you pay tribute to one of the greatest guitarists from one of the greatest rock bands of all time?
Tone Arts USA proudly brings to you the ultimate addition to your Shred Den, the limited edition Super Halen 1x12 stack.
Draped in the pages of a vintage 1990 Van Halen comic book, the Super Halen is a showpiece that can rock like no other.
No two Super Halen amps are the same.
Each cabinet is scientifically crafted with the highest grade materials to give you that monstrous tone that will light up the sky. It's fully loaded with a 12-inch USA-made Green Beret speaker, a total upgrade from the Celestion G12M greenbacks that we've become so accustomed to.
Each cabinet is closed back just like Eddie's, but Tone Arts USA does offer an optional open back if your heart desires.
Visit www.mastersofshred.com now to reserve yours today before you can't get this stuff no more.